welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark. Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstar.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Harris is out there with Irving. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Harden in at the 3 slot. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
Shot clock at 2. Cranes the 3-pointer.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Leonard with the bucket.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star week is one great show after another.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Well, the All-Star game heat is in full effect. They typically clamp it down in the second half.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. It's a 3-point game.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power and attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
Here is Harris, following the basket by Shaquille O'Neal. Harris kicks to Irving. Out to Harris. Fires from deep. Drills the 3-pointer. Harris has got a couple of threes now in the first for the West All-Stars.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm and he's really riding that wave right now.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
That is all-star basketball at its best. The alley-oop run to perfection.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. Trailing by 4. Davis, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. 13 feet away. Again, the West All-Stars.
And this game literally has been wide open. As wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
And Davis gets it to go.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Harris finds Harden. From the arc. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Embiid wide open. Drills it from outside. Embiid's got his third basket of the night right there. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk to Steve Nash for a minute. He was looking over the lineups and he said, I've never seen such even matchups all my life. The talent on both sides is just insane. I asked him if he had a game plan for tonight, and he told me, I thought about it, I have some ideas, but that's not what this is about. It's a showcase for the best of the best, guys.
All right, David, thanks. The West All-Stars making a switch. He got it!
Man, oh, man, oh, what a shot.
What range!
What a shot. My goodness.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
Paul George is checked in for the West. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now, here's George. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Getting a step on the defense there. Once Leonard has this, you know he's going to capitalize.
George passes to Jordan. Back to George. Beyond the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. George has got 5.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's the West All-Stars in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
A little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
They've got MP. Durant is out there with Gobert, and there's Bradley Beal, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. The small forward. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Tatum's checked in. Shot clock at 6. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Tatum's got the lead up to 10 now for the West All-Stars. And MP throws it down.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Here's Tatum. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
And that one falls for Tatum.
The potential that Tatum still possesses to get better is quite scary. I mean, this guy has done an awful lot in a very short time. He's a versatile forward with tremendous skills and a work ethic to match.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Penalty, 2 shots.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the West All-Stars.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Tatum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game. Gets himself to the line.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And that one falls for Tatum.
and didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second. And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's MP, and the rejection by Tatum. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's their first of the game, though. So sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Durant.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
MP against Jordan. Good defense by MP.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And here's Jordan outside. Adebayo. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Jimmy Butler checked in for Jordan.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, and that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now here's Williamson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Right wing. There's the triple. Sinks the triple. Williamson's got the lead up to 13 now for the West All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Anthony Davis is checked in for Gobert. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Kevin Durant. Leonard, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And O'Neal subbed in for Bradley Beal.
You know, in this 21st century version of the NBA, just being big is not enough. Davis personifies the evolution of the big guy. He's got game from everywhere on the floor.
Yes, that goes in.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And here's Leonard from three. Good on the triple. Leonard's got 9 points.
That may not be his first choice, but Kawhi's not going to pass it up if it's there for him. Good decision to take the quick jumper off the catch.
It's blocked by Shaq. Outside, Davis. Back to O'Neal. A three from MP. And they'll get another chance. Shaq kicks to MP. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. MP's got 7 points here in this quarter. Here's Harris going inside, and he gets it back. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
To the paint, here's Davis. Whistle blows, bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Second team foul.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. And that one falls for Anthony Davis. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Harris. 27 points for him. Into the lane. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide-open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For three, Harris hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got 32 points.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
And stolen by Harris. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. He has 35.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too, as a matter of fact. I mean,
that'll do it for the first half. Rest All-Stars out in front. They lead by 13. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Is ramped up to its highest level. That suits the West just fine. They got a roster that knows how to play the game with flair, and they've been enjoying themselves so far today.
Well, the West. Remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Jimmy Butler is out there with Young. Then there's Harris. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And, guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Zion Williamson's checked in for the West. Here is Harden. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Leonard against Williamson. That's good from Shaq on the assist from Leonard. O'Neal's got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, a dominant big man is O'Neal. Superb control inside. This dude will feast on the interior.
6 to shoot. His first shot coming late. Irving, good.
Irving has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
And they double up Embiid. To the middle, here's O'Neal, and he lays it straight in. O'Neal's got 4 points this quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And that one's good, Irving.
You know, there's really no defense for this. Irving relishes, actually thoroughly enjoys scoring against tight defense.
Leonard kicks to Embiid. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 4th assist in this one.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Irving looking for an opening. From deep, buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 7 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Outside Leonard. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. And the East with some changes. Durant's checked in for Davis. DeRozan comes in for Leonard. And Beal's subbed in for Shaq. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Siakam is checked in for Young. Tatum comes in for Jimmy Butler. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Irving. And Harris subbed in for James Harden. Mitchell outside. The three. And he's good on the three ball. Mitchell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Inside. And the dunk by Embiid.
At 7 feet tall and almost a seventh of a ton, that's a lot of force coming down on the 10 with Embiid.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And the shot is good.
He's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
It's stolen by Harris. Shoots the three. Buries it from three-point range. Harris has got 42 in the game.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
You know, that defense is helpless right now. I mean, he's got their number, and he knows it.
The East making a switch. MP's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Jordan's checked in. Embiid finds DeRozan. Here's MP, guarded by Harris. And they double up MP. Pass to DeRozan. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Intelligent ball movement that time from Embiid, getting it to a guy with a better shot.
Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Harris inside, covered by MP. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 44. Knocked away. Right side, Durant. Kicks it out to MP. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star week as well.
And I'm not sure he realizes there are 4 other guys on the floor with him, trying to make this a one-man show.
Yeah, he's got a little black hole going on there. If he gets it, then he's not giving it up to anybody else, and that's really not what this game is about.
Here's Harris driving to the basket, and the jam by Harris.
I tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. MP's shot is good. MP's got 7 points for the quarter.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Harris outside. Jacks up a 3. Hands it from downtown. Harris has got 14 points here in the second half. And so it's the West All-Stars with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star Game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Shaquille O'Neal is out there with MP. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Star.
Well, a big body Sabonis might have range, but put him inside and let him eat.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 14-point game. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the East. And West also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Harris with it. Picked up by Davis. Harris.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and, you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Oh! And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just goes about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Here's Harden on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. It's good from long range.
You know, sometimes you're risking the blow-by or the drive-by if you play tight on Harden. Or like here, maybe he'll knock down a jumper right in your face. He's just got so many ways to hurt you. It's hard to guard him. Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
MP against Harris. Over MP, again, the West All-Star.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And the dunk by MP.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
And here's the West with the ball. Here's Harris trying to get open as Butler. Again, the West All-Star.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
He puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And that's the kind of dunk this game is made for.
The East All-Stars running out of time. And here's MP for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. MP's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the East All-Stars. Here's Harris. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one. Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. MP right side. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They lead by 7. We've got 1:23 left in the game. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, the Kid.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And the tradition and honor of just being invited to play here, let alone receiving honors of All-Star Game MVP. Just tremendous. In fact, one could argue he had a couple great candidates here, but he deserved it.
You got to come to expect this from Hart. I mean, he'll take whatever the perimeter defense gives him, and that's the sign of a really smart player.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain phase. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Harden outside. Takes the three. Connects from three-point range.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
To the inside, here's Davis. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
It has got to be terribly frustrating to deal with Anthony Davis when you're guarding him. I mean, you try to get physical with him, you don't give him a clean look, and he still winds up with the bucket and the foul.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the West All-Stars have possession.
Taking 2 shots.
They led by as many as 18 points. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knock that one down in a clutch situation.
It's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the East All-Stars call time here. They're trailing by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here are the East All-Stars now. This one for 3. Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to deal with Embiid as my assignment tonight. I mean, he's taking everybody to school. Stay out of the big fella's way because he's doing work.
Timeout call here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're in front by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
And so the timeout here by Steve Nash. What do you think, guys?
And the defenders are going to be very cautious. And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Kawhi Leonard. 1 plus the penalty. 2 shots. Substitution on the court.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
And the officials are calling a technical foul here. You don't see this too often, but they tried to call for a timeout when they had none left.
And guys, you know that during the last timeout, the guys are all reminding each other, hey, we don't have any left. What a huge error.
Certainly, Greg, not one we see very often, but it does happen. His mind was diverted on other things, I guess. Not the timeout situation for sure. So a close game sees the West All-Stars taking this one.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast.
I don't stop breaking sweat, breaking sweat. I don't stop breaking sweat, breaking sweat. I don't stop breaking sweat, breaking sweat, breaking sweat, breaking sweat, breaking sweat, 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 wet, sweat, sweat, wet, 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 sweat, sweat, wet, wet. I don't stop it. 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 I don't stop it.
I've been ballin' since the 4th grade. Football t-shirt with the rope chain. My granny was singing in church. My grandpa was deep in the. Mama worked like 5 jobs. My uncle was getting that. My auntie was getting the education. My daddy was hustling work then. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game. I'm digging your, she digging me too. We digging each other, the shovel and crew. Prefer to see you and your friend and playing it smooth, breaking the rules, keeping it player the way that I move. I'm too groovy, don't knock on my groove. You used to with you stepped on my shoes. I got set the charter for breaking the rules. Now I'm a little smarter, I'm keeping it cool. You used to could if you stepped on my shoes. Got set the charter for breaking the rules. Now I'm a little smarter, I'm keeping it cool. But I've been ballin' since the 4th grade. Football t-shirt with the rope chain. My granny was singing in church. My grandpa was deep in the. Mama worked like 5 jobs. My uncle was getting that work in. My auntie was getting the education. My daddy was hustling work then. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game. I f***ed that money a couple times. I ran through that bag and won't left a dime. The first claiming they here for the ride was really the first ready to slide. I take it to stride. This big trilly, I'm foolish pride. Crossing me, never ever ever gonna slide. You might as well. Brain cells just like fish, they for a real long time. 2020 my year, my star gon' shine by the time you know that gon' be blind. But I've been ballin' since the 4th grade. Football t-shirt with the rope chain. My granny was singing in church. My grandpa was. Mama worked like 5 jobs. My uncle was getting that work in. My auntie was getting an education. My daddy was hustling work then. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game. I done dodged 9 times. Living life is such a dirty game.
They don't know what I know. Don't waste time, I must go. I gotta win, that's for sure. Don't waste time, I must
You can
go.
never be respected, ducking like we built, collecting fake will always get detected, scoping out the intersection, thinking about we lost. Country went in that recession. Mama trying to put together meals and make them something special. Scared to really ask for it. She'll give her last for it. I've been in my bag for it. When you talking fast forward, years after that, shots cracked off the backboard. Hard to really laugh toward real situations when you stuck in it. Mama still clutch whenever she see a truck tinted. Going on outside, my brother in it, cousins in the streets on fire. I got a tunnel vision, running with it. Torch for the taking, you gotta love it. See your false cockiness, honestly had enough of any label good for like 20 more just for with them. Try to step in front of that, become another.
They don't know what I know. Don't waste time, I must go. I gotta win, that's for sure. Don't waste time,
look,
I must go.
I just want success. I just wanna look in the mirror, say you the best. I just wanna know my reward was worth all the stress. I just wanna live a full life and have no regrets.